Good morning. How are you guys doing today? This is our load today. Well, a little over half of our load. Can I see a problem with this load? Anyone that's a trucker? It's pretty far forward. When we took the weight off the back, all the weight on the front kind of transferred to the front drive, so I have moved my fifth wheel almost all the way forward. Normally it sits a little further back and moves, so the fifth wheel can move from back up here to the front there. So, what's that? Wave to YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, I'll give you a magnet.
All right. Give me a minute, I'll be one of your subscribers.
Perfect, thank you.
I have my friends working also in Sutco.
Oh, really?
They're the Jamaicans.
Yeah.
They were with me in Quebec before.
Okay, yeah. Running down to Quebec.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice to meet you. So yeah, I've moved the weight. So what happens when you move the fifth wheel forward, more weight gets transferred to the steer axle. In Washington, you're allowed to run a little more weight on the steer axle than in Canada. So here on this side, you see the two orange lines. That's normally where I have the fifth wheel sitting, and now it's sitting way over here. Looking at my gauge, I should be legal. I think my steers are legal, but it's right on the money. So, scale's just a little down the road. Let's find out. I need a little bit of sidewalk. The guy beside me parked a little on the close side. All right. Got a scaled in 11 miles, so. And then another one in 53 miles. I guess when he parked, there was no parking available at the truck stop or at the... I guess he's making room for me. Cool. Cruise control going here. High five. Southbound. That was, what was that rest area called? Turtle something? It's not Turtle, it's something else. Tootle River rest area. All right, so there'll be some of you guys going, Well, why didn't you just get them to move some lifts a little further back when they unloaded your back part? And the answer is, I didn't want to, and I thought I would be good on weight. So he unloaded his section. The tarps are perfect so that I don't have to retarp everything. So I looked at my gauges and I'm like, yeah, okay, we're good. Went and snugged everything back up, got ready to go, took a look at the gauges again, yep, still good. Drove a little down the road. I guess some of the airbags must have been binding a bit or something. Pulled into the first rest area and it's like, we're slightly overweight on the drives. Should have moved some pallets back. Shouldn't have been lazy and should have untarped a little bit more, moved some lifts back, retarped that. It would have been a pain, but then I wouldn't have been playing this game. But having said that, I think I'm legal now too, so I should be okay. 7 miles, we'll find out if the scale's open. We only have 2 more scales to go through. The chances of one of those 2 being open are pretty high. Especially I-5. I've gone through both quite a bit. Well, I didn't realize the sun was going to come out. It's been a dreary, overcast, rainy day. Apparently I'm missing a snowstorm in Canada. Just as at home, it's snowing quite hard. And on the Coquihalla, on the webcams, it's snowing quite hard. So I'm happy to get some sun here. It won't make as great of a video driving straight into the sun, but I get what I get. That's one thing, you guys always get real trucking, one take, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour of my day. I do exactly this for 14 hours straight. Other than loading and unloading. But I crossed the border enough that even in Canada I only do 14-hour shift instead of 16-hour. I take all my off-duty time in one clump. That way when I get a surprise load that says you're crossing to the US, not completely foobarred. Because our dispatch isn't going to tell me if I'm going to be going to the US. I think this guy's faster than me downhill. He's just heavier than me uphill. I am recording today, right? The red blinky light's on. Good, good. Forgot to hit record on my microphone yesterday. At least the first 10 minutes or so. That was a fun drive yesterday. scale is in 3 miles, and like I said, he is faster than me on the flat and downhill. I'm definitely not overweight gross. My gross weight, no issues there. It's just, do my drives and steers, am I good there? And I have to guess on the steers. I don't know for sure. My drives, I've got a gauge, and that looks like it's dead on. Seeing we are legally allowed to carry more weight on the steers in Washington than in BC, the 500 pounds I transferred from my drives to my steers should be good. So, thinking through the problem, I should be legal, but I don't know 100%. And I don't like not knowing 100%. I don't know what it says. Does it say open or closed? Still can't read it. It's open. Going in. We'll find out. Bypass. What? Sweet, we won't find out. That means that the scale on the road deemed me to be light enough not to go in to get inspection. Oh, he's getting a full inspection. Oh no, that's just the driver outside tightening his chain. So maybe he just pulled over to do a load secure check. But that doesn't mean the next scale won't pull us in. But that's 42 minutes away. Oh wait. Is that our last scale? Because the other scale, I think, is a northbound only. Well, I guess we'll never find out then. I think we're past all southbound scales. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm legal. And if that sensor, that rolling across scale on the highway gave me a bypass, I've got to be fairly decent, right? Cool. It's one less stress I have to deal with or think about. I did do a little trick there. Anyone wants to know how I used to always get, no matter, empty truck, I get pulled in to scale. And I always got frustrated with all these trucks that slow down to like 90 kilometers an hour, 55 miles per hour, a mile before the scale. And then I was playing American Truck Sim, and I think Ghost Bear says, just slow down before the scale and you get bypasses more often in the video game. I'm like, what? So, did that in the video game, I'm like, sure enough, that works. And somebody in the chat just goes, that works in real world too. If you slow down, it doesn't give that rolling scale on the highway, that impact. It's a softer hit, and you get pulled in a lot less. So I slowed down to 90 to hit that scale on the highway to roll over. My GPS is giving me some very poor directions, telling me to leave the interstate. I'm not going to do that. I didn't actually look at what directions the directions were, but I take it the interstate's going to be quicker. We still have an hour to go to our destination. So I'm just going to stay on the interstate. I mean, Portland traffic, Vancouver and Portland, Vancouver, Washington, Portland, Oregon traffic is a headache. But I should be hitting it right over lunch. It shouldn't be terrible. I think I'm just going to drive through Vancouver, Portland. GPS still says to exit here. I've decided to ignore it. Maybe someone that's a local here can tell me if I'm crazy. I'm going to Hillsboro, Oregon. Should I have exited here? In a car, maybe I should have exited, but in a big rig, should I have exited here? Grab a granola bar. I little peckish. Quite a few jingles headed north. See if I get a load of jingles today or tomorrow.
New trip has been assigned to you.
I guess somebody was thinking of me too. I know you guys are all wanting to know what the trip is. I don't know what the trip is. Just a message pops up that tells me a new trip has been added for driver safety. The tablet, the e-log, is not available for me to look at. When the truck is driving in motion, I cannot look at those other messages. I can't see what my trip is. I know a new trip has been added. Next time I stop, I'll take a look, but I probably won't be till I'm unloading. Would it be nice to know where I'm going? That way I know if I should rush or if I got my sweet time to just relax today evening. It would be nice to know. Is it worth pulling over and checking? Sometimes, yeah. But for now, we'll just hammer down. I see some brake lights up ahead. Is that just people being too aggressive, or are we slowing down as a whole? High-speed passenger train zooming by. I think it's passenger. Yep. I mean, it's not high speed, but she's going pretty quick. Faster than freight trains, Amtrak. Short little passenger trains. Lumber mill there on the right hand side. I see BNSF and what is that? Union Pacific? What are those other ones? I can't remember. I think they're Union Pacific. I'm trying to think if it's Pacific Union or Union Pacific. I think it's Union Pacific. I like trains, but I don't know much about trains. I would love to learn a little more about trains. Way off the road, we can just stay here. It's always nice when people pull all the way off. Earlier, a police chased the car for speeding, and the car pulled over and was still halfway in the lane here. It's like, dude, all the way over off the road, please. I mean, as long as there's a shoulder to do so. I tell you, the ride is sure comfortable. Having more weight on the steers is a much more comfortable ride. But the truck is perfectly balanced. I have max weight on the steers and max weight on the drives for US weight law, which is what these trucks are designed to run at. They design all these trucks to run at max US weight. That's where the suspension is the happiest. It's the smoothest ride. You can get. In Canada, we load heavier, so the suspension's always overloaded, so it's a less comfortable ride. And then when you're empty, it's really rough too, because now it's way too light. The suspension is so stiff. So in Canada, running empty, suspension too stiff. Running max legal weight in Canada, suspension too squishy, too wobbly, too overloaded. In the US, max weight on the drives, comfortable ride. Not bouncing around. The top of the sleeper has an arrow pointing up that says customer parking only. So only customers can park their car on top of his truck. I like it. It's funny. Oh yeah, I guess we just missed the train. I was laughing too much at the car hauler. Garmin seems to have figured out the direction. Now it says to stay on I-5 till I-405, which makes sense. It's the way I imagined we were going to go. So yeah, on vacation we upgraded my laptop to 4 terabyte storage. Just did all the hard work of learning how to clone the hard drive. So we borrowed an adapter. It's an M2 hard drive. I know, when you think hard drive, you're thinking a big spinny thing, but it's just like a little stick. So we borrowed an M2 adapter to USB. USB-C, and then just cloned the hard drive currently into the laptop, cloned it into the hard drive on the USB-C. Cloning is just making a direct copy, which took almost a day, almost 24 hours to do it. USB-C is pretty quick, so it wasn't too terrible. And then we pulled the hard drive out of the laptop and put in the cloned one, fired everything up, and everything was there as if it was the same hard drive, and now we have space. Because I was finding with shooting all these videos, at least one video every day. At least one video every day. Because I've got to do a Monday video, a Tuesday video, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bonus, and then we sleep with a trucker. That's 7 videos that I got to record in 5 days. And then, if you guys want videos while I go on vacation, I need to record those videos too, and we do have a 2-week vacation coming up later on in the year, so whenever possible I've got to try to shoot maybe 1 extra video, so maybe 8 videos a week if possible. I don't have to edit it, but maybe try to shoot 8 videos a week, and that way we might have enough videos for when we go on vacation. Although when we go on vacation, some of that will be videos of us going on that vacation. But I want to mix in, still have trucking videos as well, because trucking videos get 1,000 views. Vacation video, 400, 500 views. So, obviously you guys have spoken. You guys like the trucking videos more than our vacation videos. We're still going to do our vacation videos. When we're doing drives, we're still going to do those. That's, views or not, we're going to do those. I enjoy doing them. It's something a little different. Those people that don't enjoy them just know to come back in a week or 2. Or like I plan on this next vacation to spray in maybe every other day, have a trucking video and then a vacation video, trucking video, vacation video, kind of back and forth, so I don't have to work quite as hard, but you guys still get your videos. Over to the right lane. We're slowing down uphill. Point State Park. That's a super unique building. Just one big block of windows with a little bit of curvature to it. Must be a penthouse on the top. I wonder if that one little section is owned by one person or by several people. There are a couple of penthouses up there. I think it's all just like part of the casino. Huge casino up here. I see flashing red lights on oncoming lane. Ambulance. Ambulance northbound. not going very fast. No sirens either. And here's the scale, that's the northbound scale, no southbound scale here, so we're good. I've had an argument with an officer at this scale before. We did a brand new type of load that we had never done before, and we read laws, and it's like, okay, we think this is how we interpret the laws. And the boss just goes, can you just pull into the first scale and ask them some questions that we are kind of gray area on? Because this is the first time we're doing loads like this. I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that. I think that's a good idea. So pulled in. He immediately came storming out, all angry, yelling at me for doing things not right. I'm like, whoa, dude, I got a bypass. I didn't even have to come into the scale. I got a bypass. This is the first time we're doing these loads, and the only reason I came in here so I could come in and ask you guys questions to see what we did right and what we did wrong and what we can learn from. And he kept yelling at me for a little longer, and I'm like, hey, I literally got a bypass. I did not have to pull into this scale. I pulled in voluntarily to ask questions because this is new to us. If we did some things wrong, can I fix those things? It's like the things you're complaining about, I can literally fix here right now. And next time we'll know, and I'll pass it on to dispatch, and then dispatch knows you're literally going to train a whole company on how to do this load properly next time. Stop being such a jackwagon. You gotta read the room. Sometimes the officers just have to read the room and go, hey, this guy wants to learn. Let's not read him the riot act. I literally came in here because I wanted to learn. If you tell me everything I did right and everything you don't like, can I fix the things you don't like right here, right now, and it'll never happen again because now we know the laws. Eventually I got him to talk to my dispatcher, I guess to my manager. And after that he walked into the office, wrote me up a warning ticket, no actual ticket, just a warning ticket, you know, fix-it ticket. And my boss just goes, okay, those loads aren't worth it. We're not doing those loads again. It was the first time and last time we did those loads because of a grumpy officer. Okay, we're coming up on Vancouver, Washington. to that, the 205 and the I-5 take exactly the same amount of time today. I don't really have a choice. I have to stay on I-5. 205 is a good little bypass around Vancouver and Portland if you're just passing through. This video's already kind of long, huh? Well, I want to at least drive through Portland. Well, a longer video it is. I want to go over the bridge. The famous bridge. So originally it was just one bridge. It was basically, I don't know, was it 2 lanes? Just one bridge going over the river with the drawbridge. It's a huge drawbridge. These days they only really use the drawbridge overnight, but they do still use it. Slow vehicle I was working on passing is exiting on 205. Okay. I guess they're just going through. Is that a baler? I think it's a small square baler. New Holland. Yep, New Holland square baler. Looks like it's brand spanking new. Probably just a little over width. What was I talking about? I have no idea. I've gone on so many rants, I don't know what rant I was on. Oh, drawbridge. And then eventually they built a brand new bridge beside the old drawbridge and built it almost identical, except that it has a little hump on one end to allow more boats to go underneath the bridge instead of having to use the drawbridge as often. Of course, there's the problem with the old bridge not having that hump, right? So they built the new bridge. When the new bridge was done, they moved all the traffic over to the new bridge, closed the old bridge, and then built that new hump on the old bridge as well. So the two bridges look identical, but they're not. I really want to stay in the center lane, but you know, when you're climbing a hill and you're slow, I don't want people to make erratic lane changes behind me to pass me either. And of course, that bridge is now once again the bottleneck. Excuse me. some pretty cool documentaries about the I-5 Columbia Bridge. I think they just call it the bridge, the I-5 bridge. Don't think it actually has a name. I mean, it might have a name. It probably does have a name, but maybe the name of it is just I-5 Bridge. Oh! That's a little tight. A little waka waka after too. Search, book, go. What are you advertising? I think it's a bad ad when I don't understand what they're advertising. Maybe their 360 box? Find us on the App Store, 360 box. I guess maybe it's advertising JB Hunt? Could be, I'm not sure. Click chip delivered on the side. Must be advertisement for their trucking company. Hadn't seen that before. More is missing an R at the end. I need there to be more. Whoa! Two cars trying to merge into the same lane, maybe not. Why do I need another R on the back? Because it should be MORR, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Love watching that YouTube channel. Alright, moment of truth. How bad is the traffic jam here? Oh, I see the bridge. I see the drawbridge. It's just a counterweight drawbridge. Big blocks of concrete making the bridge itself seem pretty light. I don't know if I want to go into that lane. Maybe I'll just stay in this lane a little longer. People will be merging on from Highway 14. What in the blazes is that red car? is recycling? Bags of recycling? That's unique. Welcome to Portland. I suspect we're going to pick Chingles up right just down the road to the right over here at Malarkey. Take 405 here and go across the river, Fremont Bridge. It's a double-decker bridge. Can't remember if we're going to be on the top or the bottom of the bridge. I think maybe the bottom. Don't cross it often enough to remember which deck we go on. I think the two bridges that go across, I don't even remember the river's name, go across the river, they're exactly opposite on which deck you're on. Traffic's really smooth. Rosa Parks Way. Alberta Street. We're in the wrong country. Congested ahead in 2.5 miles. Yeah, but is that I-5 or 405? I think that's probably 5. We're not staying on 5. We're exiting on 405. And that little section between where 405 starts and then back where the 405 rejoins, that section on I-5 can get very, very congested. Hurry up. Hurry up. Boy, did I have to help you hard. Trying to debate which lane I want to be in. I think I want to stay to this lane. You guys can see the old exit to this highway. Look, you see the ramp going off to the left? I guess we're going to be on the top deck. Sign said trucks to somewhere used something or other, so hopefully I'm okay with the road I'm taking. I guess I could have stayed in the right lane. All right, tanker, you going all the way over? Okay. Okay, all the way over. Which is illegal. Oh, this is Oregon. I'm not sure if it's illegal to be in the left lane, but... Okay, we want to take Highway 26. I think I'm in the right lane. Cars go first. I was fine in the left lane, or yeah, the lane I was in, but might as well get into the slow lane if possible. Oh, right lane ends. Never mind. Just stayed in that lane, although I would have held all these cars up. It's kind of cool seeing those houses over the tunnel like that, right? Oregon Zoo, 1 mile, Forestry Center. That is a very, very unique and beautiful zoo. I know it's a long video. We're gonna call it here. I just remember the zoo brings back lots of good memories. We came over here last summer with our in-laws, with Jess's brother and in-law. So good memory coming to the zoo here last year. The zoo is literally in landscape like this. The zoo is in forest. So a lot of up and down climbing, and yeah, it was pretty neat. Anyway, we're still a little way away from the customer. Another probably 20 minutes, maybe not quite 20 minutes, 15 minutes, but video's too long as it is, so I'm going to end it right over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. You guys rock.